Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
If you were like me and you believe that your fulfillment will come from more followers or will come from more people to speak in front of, more clients, like you just want to be serving more and you're so not fulfilled, it might be time to back it up just a bit and see what your beliefs are around that. And it's not that it's not okay to have those things. Absolutely. I pray for them that you have them eventually, but I pray that you understand it's not where your happiness is going to come from. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to the podcast, and it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I am prepping for the Bliss Project, which pretty much by the time you hear this, I'll either be heading down to Newport Beach or I'll probably already be there. And I'll be nervous because that's just what I do. And I think that's what everybody does before a big event. But I can honestly tell you that if you're wondering how long it takes for the nerves and fear to go away, this is year 7. So they just don't. But I will say it's completely different. I feel so ready and so calm. But I definitely, of course, get anxious butterflies, and I'll get them on the day of for sure, intensely, especially because I'm doing something there that's super, super scary. I'll share with you afterward. But my theme for this year at Bliss Project is permission. So I'm giving myself permission to do something that is really uncomfortable, but I know that is in me. So, where else better to do it than the place that I've created? So create what you wish existed and do what you wish you were doing at the place you created. I don't know. All right. So today I want to talk to you guys. This has been on my heart. I was sitting here thinking of a bunch of different topics. And honestly, I have so many different topics I want to talk to you about right now. And it was a toss up between like resistance and just limiting the time between the action that you need to take and the amount of time that you sit in that resistance, which I think might be next week. We'll see. But this week, something came to me today that just like hit me so hard. And the reason that it came to me again, and it's a topic I always talk about and I wrote about it in my book, is are you confusing coaching with connection? And whether it's coaching or not coaching, I'll explain this in depth. But the reason that this came to me is so many of us are confusing what connection actually means. And we're wondering why we don't feel fulfilled. And we're wondering why we don't have the connections that we want. And I'm going to explain in my life how this has appeared several times and how I was confusing what actual connection was and wondering why I still wasn't feeling fulfilled. So I ended up connecting with this woman online, and I was connected to her through a couple other people. And she reached out and asked if I wanted to go to Soul Cycle and Coffee. And because I knew so many people that she knew, I was like, absolutely, let's go. And she was sharing with me this similar feeling of not having the group of people or the group of friends that she wants in her life. And I was like, oh my God, I have been in this similar situation. Like I found myself in this situation where I was feeling completely disconnected. And I ended up getting a coach who at the time, this was about 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago now. Oh my gosh, maybe it was 7, was Gabrielle Bernstein. And I ended up coaching with her. And one of the problems that I brought to her is I was like, I'm feeling so like lonely. I'm feeling unfulfilled. I'm feeling empty and I'm feeling disconnected. I need to be speaking more. I need my audiences to be bigger. I need to do more coaching. I need to be out there more. I really think the problem is because I'm not out there. People aren't finding me. My following's not big enough. I'm not getting asked to speak. And she stopped and basically completely schooled me and said, you are trying to get your connection, your intimate connection and your fulfillment from your audience and your clients. And no matter how many things that you do, you're not going to get it from them, because coaching and connection, like connection as far as an intimate, deep connection, 50-50 equal energy exchange, they're not the same thing, right? Your clients and the people you're coaching with, or those types of people in your life are paying you for a service. So you're not getting an equal energy exchange. So if you're constantly speaking or you're constantly podcasting or you're constantly outputting and you're like, but I'm around all these people and I'm doing all these things and maybe I just need to do more and maybe I need to do more things and speak to more people and have a bigger audience, you probably are really lacking in the department of equal energy exchange connection where people equally pour back into you and you receive. Now, why was I not feeling fulfilled? And why was I not understanding this and seeking actual connection? Well, at the time, what was happening was I only felt valuable if I was able to help someone, because I tied my value to believing that if I wasn't of service to someone or helping them, that I was a burden and I didn't feel valuable and I didn't even like who I was around those people. Like if I couldn't help someone, it was almost as if I didn't know what to talk about. Like I'd go to coffee with someone who was maybe way ahead of me and I was like, I don't even know how to help them. Or maybe they weren't interested in what I was interested in, or they didn't need help. And it was like, I didn't even know what to talk about. I didn't even know how to like feel valuable or receive receive or be interested because I was so consumed with trying to make sure that I was enough, because to myself, I was not enough. So it was a huge moment of, wow, I have to focus on myself for just loving who I am, with or without me serving these people, with or without being able to add value. And that was kind of a crazy time for me. And I'm still to this day working on it, that I notice that if I can't add value to someone's life, that I feel like I'm like grasping for straws. I'm like, oh my God, what do I say? What can I do? How can I help this person? I don't know. Like, sometimes you can just sit there and you could actually say, yeah, I wish I had the answer for you, but I'm just going to be a great listener for you today. I'm just going to be a great sounding board for you today. And then there are other times where you have to receive, where you have to go and you have to seek those people out who you can actually receive from. So part of the issue was that I was only seeking the people that I knew I could help. So they were at a different level than me. And the people who you're probably going to connect with on a deep level are going to be around the same level or above your level. And sometimes that can be really intimidating for people who don't feel worthy, because we don't feel worthy around those people, right? We only feel worthy around the people who we can add value to. So for me, it was a lesson in finding really realizing that we have innate worthiness. Like, we're worthy just being born. Like, we're worthy not doing anything at all, right? And really understanding that I'm worthy no matter what, if I can add value or not. Can I sit with that? And then seeing myself worthy enough to go and connect with those people who I didn't necessarily feel worthy for yet, and let them help me. And here's the deal, you guys. When you let them help you, you're also adding value to their life. Just like how you like to help other people, they want to help you. You in turn are making them feel valuable. So all of a sudden you found someone who's at your level or above or around your level, and you are now able to add value to their life while equally receiving value from them, and vice versa. Now, the receiving portion for me was like one of the biggest challenges, because at the same time, I also had to get vulnerable enough to tell them what was going on in my life. And it was less worry about me being vulnerable and opening up. But what came up for me was, because of my past, my family was so stressed out all the time. There was so many problems. There were so many burdens going on, that when I felt that I would share problems I had, or if I needed help, I felt like a burden. So this has carried. Now, has anyone ever said that to me growing up? I really don't think so, but this is how I translated my life. So what happened is I started to say, well, I'll be the fixer. I'll always add value. I'll just figure it out. I'll always make sure that I'm quiet and that I'm not, adding to the problem. And what happens is this translated in my relationships as, when I share vulnerably, or when I need help, I'm a burden. When I ask for help, I'm a burden. Well, guess what? That doesn't get you anywhere at all. And it blocks those other people from wanting to help, or from being able to help you, which blocks an actual connection. Because again, let's go back to what connection is. It's that equal energy exchange where you can help them, they can help you, they can receive, and you can receive. So as you can see, this is like all completely tied to each other. So if you don't have the connections in your life that you want, it's really time to start looking at where you think your connections are coming from, where you think your value is coming from, maybe where you are blocking vulnerability because of fear of being a burden, or fear of somebody taking that information and harming you or hurting you because you've been hurt in the past. You guys, these are all just relationships. There's no guarantees in relationships. It doesn't matter if you've read my book 100 times and you're like, okay, I understand all of this. I'm doing these 7 agreements. Like, I'm doing this perfectly. I've even read the 4 agreements. Like you can be living by all of those things. It doesn't change the other people. And relationships are always our biggest lessons. And it's always how we're going to learn. So you're constantly going to get lessons in the form of either being hurt or needing to understand something, but nothing makes you understand love like being hurt, right? Like, nothing helps you understand forgiveness like being hurt. Nothing helps you understand compassion like really not enjoying someone or something, or having to let somebody go. And you guys, really just looking at where you are at with your connection and where you believe your fulfillment is going to come from. Because if you were like me and you believe that your fulfillment will come from more followers or will come from more people to speak in front of, more clients, like you just want to be serving more and you're so not fulfilled, it might be time to back it up just a bit and see what your beliefs are around that. And it's not that it's not okay to have those things. Absolutely. I pray for them that you have them eventually, but I pray that you understand it's not where your happiness is going to come from. Those things are going to be an outcome. Those numbers, those people, those audiences, those invites to go and speak, your podcast growth, business growth, friend growth, whatever it is going to be a result of you being fulfilled and okay and seeking fulfillment from something that's real, from real connection, from support, from somebody supporting you, from you allowing yourself to receive, from you allowing yourself to know and believe that you are enough and that you are worthy. And in order to attract those people, you have to be the person that those people also want to be around. So really focusing on being the person that you would want to be friends with, someone who is vulnerable, someone who trusts, someone who gives, and someone who also receives. Because ladies and gentlemen, receiving is a gift. And when you truly let that in and you let someone help you and you actually open up and you tell someone what you need, whether they can help you or not, but even just letting them hold space for you and listen, the game all changes. The game all changes. So I hope that this either provided some insight or really gave you some valuable information about what you need to do next or where you need to go. And I know it's scary. I know it's so scary because of a past story or something that's happened in the past and you've built that wall up so high to protect yourself. But I'm telling you, it's also keeping out all of the people, all of the joy, all of the connection, all of the answers, because I really do believe that our answers come in the form of people, whether that is the answers are inside of you, of course. Everything you need is inside of you. But I believe it takes the connection of somebody else to unlock some of the answers that are already buried inside of us. So I hope that this helps. And I'm so grateful for all of you. And you guys, it means the world whenever you leave a review or you share this with someone that you know needs it. And that's how the podcast gets out there and stays out there. And I have no problem asking for help anymore, because I will tell you, this podcast wouldn't exist if I didn't ask. So anytime that you are willing to text or share or show it on Instagram, it means the world, because it's the only way that this stays in motion. So you guys, until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret, because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to circle.so.
Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start
which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also as influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com.